Hey everyone, Dennis Caye with Belize Islands Real Estate coming to you live today. It is Sunday, March 29th. Many of you have been asking me how San Pedro is faring right now. We know we have 2 confirmed cases of the coronavirus. The entire island of Ambergris Caye is shut down. No boats or planes coming in and out. Nobody's allowed to leave. Nobody's allowed to come in. And there's a good friend and client of mine who's actually there right now. They decided to stay on the island rather than try to go back to the United States. And I got him on a Zoom call yesterday, and it's pretty interesting. He gave me a lot of good details as far as what's happening, how seriously the Islanders are taking it, and what we foresee happening in the next few weeks or few months. So enjoy this interview. This is part of a longer interview that I did with Robert. I'm just going to show you this first part now regarding the coronavirus update, and then after, in a separate video, I'll go into why he decided to invest in Ambergris Caye and how we came to find out about Belize in the first place, and how he decided to make that part of his retirement. So take care. I hope you guys are doing safe wherever you are. Enjoy the video. Comment below if you would, and subscribe to my channel. I try to produce updates like this every day or two, and I keep my clients informed on what's going on. Take care. Cheers.
The virus.
Oh my goodness, that looks beautiful.
And in the kitchen area. So
yeah. Oh, look at nice hardwood, nice mahogany. Beautiful.
Yeah. And we've added a lot of artwork, as you can probably see, some of the stuff we've added. But anyway, I'll get back in my little cubby hole here.
Yes. Anyways, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate you just taking a few minutes. This is fun. I've been reaching out to a lot of my clients, especially with the coronavirus, pandemic. And I've been talking to a lot of them in the United States and Canada, basically just to check on them because, my clients aren't just clients. They've also become friends. I mean, we've had lunches together in Belize. We've drank beer at Secret Beach, and just kind of concerned, how everyone is doing. So how is the virus thing going there? I know I've been keeping up with it on the news, but since you're there, what's it like?
This is probably where any more detail, I'll just gloss over it. Riki has to provide it because she knows all the hours and things of the day that people can get out and do their shopping. But for the most part, it's only the island, Ambergris Caye, that's under quarantine. The mainland has their rules. They got to stay within, social distancing, and there's certain hours, but they're not shutting it down mainland because there's no cases at this time confirmed there. But they have shut, the borders. The airlines are not allowed to come in unless they're just carrying cargo, stuff like that, and cargo out. So we don't have any transportation right now to the mainland, unless it was there's a special carrier that goes. There's a special need for that. Here it's we had to put on for 3 days. Excuse me, ending at that's not a virus cough.
It's not a corona cough.
It's not a raspy. It's been that way ever since we're down here because of dust and everything else in the air and allergies. What happened a couple of weeks ago or a week ago was that a Belizean who travels back and forth to Los Angeles to see family came back in. She was feeling fine. She has her family here. They told her she had to self-quarantine for 14 days or stay put. She promised to do it, so they flew her. She took a flight back here. They allowed her to come in on Ambergris Caye, and she actually had the virus, and her mother came down with it, and then to make matters worse, she decided to have a party.
Oh my goodness!
Or she went out to a party, so she now potentially infected dozens of other people. Even that she violated, they're thinking of pressing charges against her for doing that.
Did she realize that she was sick when she went to the party?
I don't know.
Okay.
But, probably not. She was feeling fine. She thought she was okay. But that's no excuse coming from a hotbed like Los Angeles. You're under suspicion to begin with. So it wasn't something that was contracted here. It was contracted by somebody coming in and bringing it. So they tightened everything up, put us on quarantine, everybody in the island, and closed everything down. That ended on Thursday. That was the last day of it. However, because of this, the new developments, they extended it up to 30 days until they could map out all her contacts and all those people and test everybody. So they're still in the process of doing that. Haven't released any other figures. Other than that, they have rules. We can get out like from 7 to 10 or somewhere in those type of hours to do some shopping, to pick up supplies. There's plenty of food.
Okay. That was my question. So like when you go into the grocery stores, are they well stocked? Are they running low on anything?
Yeah, the barges that are still allowed to come in and bring food and supplies. And since there's not a big run of people on food and water and stuff, there's plenty of supplies in the stores.
Oh, good.
It's just a handful of them. They've closed down, like my gym, the nightclubs, or any type of gathering places. The truck stop is closed down. And they have the rules of no more than 10 people at any one time in a store, so that people counting people going in. And then by noon, if you have, they want you off the roads. So you'll be arrested if they find you, out and about. Well, we just go down to Belizean Shores. There's nobody there.
Okay.
And go on because we still have the condo there.
Okay.
It fell out of escrow. And I don't know whether you heard, but anyway, I won't get into it right now, but it's still available.
Okay, all right.
Customers,
I'll let my people know.
Investment.
All right.
Same thing's back. I haven't listed it yet. There's no reason to.
Sure.
There just isn't anybody here. I think the population with everybody leaving has dropped down to about 12,000.
Oh, wow.
Right.
It's quite a bit less. Now,
most of Belizeans went to their, who have family on the mainland, went to the mainland to live with them, to stay with them.
Gotcha.
And the ones that aren't, they have this Hope House. What's that? Hope Haven, which is
That's only for food. That's only for emergencies. Right?
That's for emergencies, but
He
cheap or for free. Places like the Village Market contributed food and supplies to that place. So the emergency shelter is well stocked, so people have access to that if they need it. So we're just, it's boring. We get out for a walk in the morning, and sit around reading our emails and anything else, reading books, periodicals, everything else that we subscribe to, and then we're venturing out down to see a couple. There are 3 people that are staying at Belizean Shores, and we still have our condo, so we just change in our condo, go to the pool, see our friends Charlie and Susan, and the others we don't see, the other 2. And the whole place then is deserted except for a couple people, grounds and management up until noon.
Have you seen other Americans or Canadians like yourself that have stayed, have chosen to stay, or did a lot of them go home?
Well, most of them went home, but we have people here. There's about about 58 to 68 condos here at Barrier Reef. That's residents of Barrier Reef. There's only 8 occupied, and a couple of those are being rented and used by a contractor next door that is developing a whole new development right next door to them. And that's what that pristine beach they made. It's going to be like a hotel there, houses, things like that. And everything shut down, so they're dead in the water. A lot of places are still paying a skeleton crew, whether they're here or not. They're not supposed to be here, but they're still providing some income to those that are not seasonal, but part of management and part of the maintenance. So we have people here too. We don't see them.
Right.
They're around. We have access to a couple of them. Well, that's what's going on here in the
Well, that's
island.
good. That's good. So I'm
In
glad
the
you
next
guys are being
14
safe
days, it'll
and
be lifted. So,
yeah, yeah. Well, that's good. Hopefully this passes through quick. And I was actually really impressed at, I've been keeping up with the daily as far as what Belize is trying to do. And it sounds like they're being very responsible and even kicking people off the water. I saw some people
oh
were out there
yeah,
canoeing and kayaking. They said, look, get off the water. And I guess the people that were kayaking said, well, we're by ourselves. What's the big deal? And they said, yeah, but you got to walk through town and you got to be out and about at some point. So
well, yeah. We've seen them out here because we're not that far from Mexico rocks, and so there's buoys out here to tie up to, and you get a lot of your sardines out in front here. And so I've got photos, which I'll eventually post, of a couple guys, locals fishing using the string, fishing for out here out of their canoe.
ah,
And I didn't catch the ones that were spearfishing. They weren't chased away, but if they get, say, to the pier, if any of the military sees them, then they'll be apprehended or chased away. Saw somebody go by, which I took a photo of real briefly, of someone not windsurfing, but kiteboarding.
okay.
I hadn't
Okay.
really seen here hardly any kiteboarding at all. Usually it's on the lagoon side if there's enough breeze. And there's plenty of breeze. It's like 20 knots yesterday, and they were flying past here.
Oh, wow.
Boat could catch them.
Oh.
So there's been some people that are violating the strict rules.
Yeah, I think you always have that. Even here in France, everyone's pretty much staying inside, but you still got some that are careless, you know. But for the most part, we're all behaving ourselves.
Yeah, likewise here. We're just taking precautions, making sure that we're not in any vulnerable situations. If we don't go out or whatever, just because there can be some people taking advantage of the situation. There aren't enough police, but they do have them throughout the island, patrols. And the military has come in too. So we have the military here, and on the mainland, Cuba has donated and have brought over a handful of medical technicians to help out that testing.
No,
Cuba's is here.
very nice.
United
Excellent.
States.
Yeah.
It's a total failure on the part of the administration. But we won't get into that now.
Sure.
Anyway, so that's
Well, good, man. Well, I'm thinking about all you guys.
anything I can do for shooting pictures and stuff like that. Just to make, we got our sunrises. Maybe we'll get a sunset if it's decent. Of course, it's later on. It's in the evening. We don't want to really go out then, but of course, it's right behind us. And then going down to Belizean Shores to catch a couple photos of birds that I don't have here. They have down there that are nesting. So here's another photo op for me.
Cool.
So that's about the extent of our.
So you're just spending your days taking pictures, swimming in the pool,
Yeah.
having a drink or two.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that little update on Ambergris Caye. Looks like it's doing well so far. Rob and Riki are certainly having a good time at their condo at Barrier Reef. They're being safe, and it was nice to hear from them. So I'm going to be doing some more live reports, probably on Monday or Tuesday of this week from friends and the clients that I have on the island right now. And we're going to be able to do some more Zoom calls to get an update on how they're doing. But just scrolling through right now are some pictures that I pulled off Rob's Facebook feed. I don't think he'd mind if I did that because he loves sharing his work. He's an excellent amateur photographer. He says he's amateur. I think he's professional. So, man, look him up next time we're on island. Rob and Riki are a great couple, enjoying the heck out of life. And be sure to watch part 2 because in part 2 of this interview, I go into a lot more detail as far as why they chose Belize when they had many other countries as options, and also some of his investment strategies. So I'll be posting that here in a few days. This is part 1. Look out for part 2. And again, please subscribe. Thanks a lot. Talk to you soon. Cheers.